up, Uncle Charlie? What up, Tim Tam? Alright, back at it, streaming. 4:30 to 7 weekdays, so I'm gonna be working on the background a bit today. Come on through and say hello. combat character. Probably Raiden. What up, Troy? What about you? Who's your favorite Mortal Kombat character? Scorpion, yeah, Scorpion's cool. So I kind of want this like back area to sort of, I don't know, become sort of like a canyon-esque. I really don't know what I'm doing going into this. You guys are in for just as much of a ride in this one as I am, because I have no clue what's going on back here right now. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I certainly wanted to get darker, closer to the front, like. What's the, wait, hold on. This freaking heart is in the way, I can never see. What up, Mills Coolin? Oh, dude, I saw that. What's the guy end up holding up? A pencil, I believe. Melina. Reptile's cool. I think it's gonna be a pencil though, yeah. Can't really think of anything else productive for it to be. Unless you have any ideas from the chat? I have because in the reference photo that I took, he was just holding a pencil. Thank you. Dude, I know all the fatalities. Will these be RDDs possible? This is supposed to be Venus and Adonis, but the same person, like a guy and a girl. That was the concept. And then Eros or Cupid, I'm gonna have a little arrow in his hand here, and then maybe Psyche. I don't know, just another cherub. Biggest fan of the new Mortal Kombat. That's what a lot of people are saying, honestly. Yeah, Raphael is definitely sort of an inspiration for some of this. Whoa, I know this place. America's favorite band? Who's America's favorite band? Is that Strawberry Money? What up? I think I'm gonna use a different kind of brush. nice vibey filbert. I think I mentioned before in the stream machine, but if you haven't open commissions, I'd love to buy it. Yeah, dude, I do. Just let me know, dude. Hit me up on Insta, and we'll figure it out. What is the story behind this painting? So essentially, this is the two Greek gods, Venus and Adonis. I could give you the, well, why don't you look it up online and post it in the chat so that I don't have to go through and get something wrong. It's always the worst when I try to recount exactly what something is, then I get it incorrectly. But essentially, Venus falls in love with Adonis, but Adonis doesn't necessarily return Venus's affection. But that's also, or Venus doesn't return Adonis's affection. I think it has something to do with a curse, but I'm not sure. I mostly was infatuated with the motif and the imagery, like the figure, the way that the figures were, more so than the actual narrative that exists in Greek culture. It's been, or Roman as well. It's been interpreted so many times that I'll get it. The part of if it comes in, I'll paint it and then it'll come to me. I'm more concerned on the image right now than the narrative. What culture is your mythology? Greek, for sure. I feel like Greek and Greco-Roman, so the mythology is very similar with just different names, you know. What up, Dermager? Mexican and Mayan. Yeah, Mexican and Mayan is dope. Yeah, Greek mythology is cool. Yeah, definitely hardcore. A lot of sacrifices going on, I'd say. A lot of sacrifices. Just like old times. I'm at over 77 songs this month. You play this on me. That's crazy. Thoughts about astrology? Well, you know, I do love the stars, but I do think that like Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, like all that hoodoo, voodoo, I mean, it's, you know, it's easy to like connect the dots of different things that don't necessarily like actually have really any correlation just based on like human psychology, believing like, oh yeah, I'm totally a Capricorn, that's so right. But you know, for the most part, I don't particularly believe in any of that. People see my tattoos and they'll be like, oh, but that's like all these like astrological signs, and I mean, there are some dual astrological meanings, but these are symbols of alchemy. And it's not that I necessarily believe in how well like alchemy is kind of just a pseudoscience as well, but it's kind of the transition between understanding that magic doesn't work and then trying to move into science. But it's the idea behind alchemy of taking something of like lesser value and then through amalgamation or through a process creating higher value. So that's the idea behind the tattoo, which is why I'm like embraced the idea of alchemy and the arm that I paint with. But I don't believe in any sort of real alchemical process. You can't use lead and, you know, arsenic to create gold. Or maybe you can, just no one got it right. Except Nicholas Flamel, of course, maybe. Brooks the text. Okay, awesome. Brooks, the P coordinator, teach me how to wield the poo. You breathe today, and sometimes you're happy and sometimes you're sad. Dude, facts. Big facts. You know what I think I might do? I might lighten the sky? Question mark, maybe. Do you think the sky needs to be a bit lighter? Honestly, then like gradually, yeah, and then like come down here. Definitely needs to be lighter and like come down there. So I think I'm gonna focus on doing that right quick. Do that right quick there for you. How about that? Let me go get a perfectly clean paintbrush. I won't make the same mistake I did yesterday. I just bought like a giant pack of 80 brushes off Amazon for like 14 bucks. It's crazy. They're very cheap, but they get the job done for like large washes. I'll have my high quality, like Sable, like very nice brushes for the detail work in like certain areas, but for the most part, I just use tons of cheap brushes that'll fall apart quickly because they're cheap. Is it good for the environment? No, but it's good for the paintings. Nice big flat would be good for. And really, I want to start with like a lot of light. I'm thinking I want it to be like a cooler. Let's see. Will you add a sunset or sunrise? Maybe some orange in the sky. I love it for me. No, see, I love to add the oranges and have the crazy skies and like make it wild. And I rely on a certain sort of like type of creation, and so I'm really trying to tone it down, keep the sky very naturalistic for the most part, like have very like earthy tones, and this is out of my comfort zone, you know, because trust me, I want to go crazy with this, but really this painting for me is about allowing myself to, you know, tone it down and mature a bit, and I can always go back to my craziness, but for now, I think going to just keep it nice and low key. Let's see. Sheesh. Alright. Here we go. Really, I'm gonna get this line kind of coming down a bit. There we go. This is gonna be really lighter white tone first. Xenomorphs or the Predators? Well, the Predators created the Xenomorphs, so obviously the Predators, right? Plus, I'll choose Arnold Schwarzenegger over Sigourney Weaver any day. Predators just like, you know, they have more sentience, and I feel like that's what makes them like more interesting as characters. Whereas, you know, xenomorphs they're really just creatures. You know, they have a desire to kill, to live, procreate. They're like animals that are meant to hunt. They're like literally created to hunt. I think Brandon is going to be happy with this puppy. Oh, definitely, yeah. I know he will be. Yeah, dude, light that joint up, brother. Light it up, brother. See there, I got dark too fast. It's the difficulty of it. Spread that sweetness out a bit. really about getting the paint in the right places, you know. There we go, motherfucker. See kind of how I'm like creating this valley now? Which anime trope do you think is the worst? Kind of like when like old perverted men or like anyone sees like a hot like sexy girl, they like, well that's more of a motif than a trope, but like and like blood comes out of their nose. Yeah, it's a motif because it's like so. I think probably the most annoying trope is like, oh no, my parents were killed when I was young, but I had no choice but to somehow overcome this adversity in my life and become the most powerful of all time because my parents died when I was young. I think it's overplayed for sure. I think another really played out trope in anime is kind of like when you have like a battle is taking place and you're like, oh no, I'm down, I can't believe I've been defeated. But wait, you forgot about my new secret technique that I've been training in private that no one knows about until now. Then everyone's like, oh, a new secret technique. And then they use that one, and then the next guy's like, yes, but you don't know about my new secret technique. It's always one person's new secret technique. Like, why can't there just be like a battle that takes place and they're like toe and toe, or you know, it's always like one person comes out with a secret technique and just blows the other person away. It's like, I never saw this coming. Cam, yeah, brother. Yeah, brother, been hitting the gym. What up, Cam? Brooks is an anime character. Need to see that show. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? The Wu-Tang Shaolin technique has finally been unleashed. Yeah, I got those bodybuilder genes, brother. Been on my health tip. Do you normally paint the subjects first, then the background, cutting through their hair? Yeah, so basically what I do is I'll place the subjects in, like kind of just a basic gist of them, like not detailing them. So this is just the basic gist of the subject, you know? And then I'll do the background, and then I'll go in, then I'll detail the, foreground, the figure, whatever. It's always back to front. But I like to kind of compose things early on, so I'll slightly detail the characters just to be able to like feel as though like now I feel as though there's an identity to like these characters that are existing within the narrative of the work, and it kind of helps me determine the future of the piece. Whereas if I were to just work on the background for it, would become a little bit too methodical, and it would lose the conversation between like the things that are taking place in the painting, so I like the different parts of the, it's like directing a movie, you have all these different things taking place. Right now I'm working on the scenery. I already know what my actors are going to be, but they haven't really given their full performance yet. So the actors are cast, they're there, but not until I create everything else in the world for them to exist in will I be able to then like actually insert them fully into the painting. So you can see like where they're going to be. I've put the contour and the basic shading and the base layers for the flesh down, but I am approaching the figures in a very, rather than like the alla prima style, like the very stark wet on wet technique that I normally used to do, I'm trying to go about in a more of a sfumato, like a glazing technique where everything is very soft, and the lines are like there's less of a hard line because the transparent paint's like blending into each other. What's up, Bricksman Wall? Yo, what up, Matthew? Senzu Beans back pocket, yeah. What show or movie do you think should have a remake? Ooh, dude, that's a hard one. Show or movie, because normally, like, I wouldn't like wish a remake upon anyone or anything, but I definitely think there are some. There's gotta be some. You know what? I wish they would remake Berserk, the animated Berserk, but do it well, because it's like every time they try to do it, they blow it, they mess up. The original Berserk wasn't true to the animation or like the look of the manga, and then the recreation of Berserk, like in the arc of the 3 movies that were created, the visuals were more true to the manga, but they did that cheap like 3D style, and then the animation that came afterwards, like the series that came out, was just a total letdown, like in every way, pretty much. So yeah, I would like to see Berserk done some justice. Also, are the man and woman supposed to be Rami Malek and no, actually, the women are the man. They're both the same person. So the character is a YouTuber / comedian, also all around awesome person, Brandon Rogers, and Brandon Rogers does character work. So this is female Brandon Rogers playing Venus, but also like a male, more masculine, because that was the idea. I wanted to create a painting where the character was both Venus and Adonis at the same time, so you'll probably notice that there's a very masculine features even though it's like a very feminine pose. So Brandon is both characters in this. Yeah, I don't normally. I only work for my own photographs, so I don't. I wouldn't paint Rami Malek unless I could get a nice photo shoot with him, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. I don't even know who that is, Cam, to be honest. Favorite Brandon Rogers role? I love the Bryce, like the president, like Madam President, character. And he just did a whole like series, like a 3-part series based on like her origin story. So I think that's probably my favorite at this point in time. But I also love the mom. The mom's pretty funny too. And the like evil devil character. Do you do paint chip? Every single day, weekday, 4:30 to 7, Monday through Friday, every for 2.5 hours. So, yep, subscribe, tell your friends, come hang out. We're just vibing here, you know. I just do it while I paint to, hang out with people and chill. It also holds me to, to doing it, So, I always love it when people come through and talk and hang out with me while I paint. So, Yep, always feel free to come on in. And we got a nice little community, a little family of people who come in the chat that talk and yeah, trying to build something up. I'll probably start streaming also to Twitch at some point next month, maybe. We'll see. Don't want to bite off more than I can chew at first. So right now I'm just working with every weekday, 4:30 to 7 is where I'm at. So far I've been able to do it now. What the fuck are you doing?
I gotta get my laundry.
You're hilarious. You never know what's gonna happen on the stream.
It's not ready
Heck yeah, Cam. Sounds good, man. And we'll have special guests on and do fun things from time to time, but like I'll have different guests come on and paint, and I'll teach them and that sort of thing. You had to face one person to face a WrestleMania. Who would it be? Rey Mysterio, bro. Come on, he's my height. I can take him. I can take Mysterio, bro. You can quote me on that. I'll take him. Ah. Oh, nice, Italia. What up, Bud Swayze? Why do you think the best actor's not? Who? Oh, better. I think The Rock's probably a better actor, honestly. Just because his performance in The Scorpion King was nothing short of extraordinary. Honestly, it should have been Oscar award winning. I realized what I did wrong. This here, it's up too high. It should be lower, right? Yeah, there. That's right. This should be more like a here sort of situation. Should be like here. We can go more like this is more like here. Atalia, are you the one clicking all those things? It's all about imagination, really. Can you dig it? When will this painting be finished? Bruh. I don't actually know, man. I wish I could tell you. I was hoping by July, but we'll see. Did he just come out in his underwear again? from the internet. It looks basically. You think so? Oh no, brother. It's got a way to go for sure, my brother. Yeah, see, I'm trying to go for like, is it? I don't know if it's coming off as much as I want yet, but like, see how I'm kind of going for like a canyon look back here, you know? So like, it's gonna have, it's gonna be like, that way. What I'm thinking is, like this area here. Does it? What is it? Does it look like it's getting there? Where it's like back here? Like this is a wing here, but like there's gonna be like a canyon. I want this to feel like really far back. Like the canyon is going to be like descending way far back behind where they're at. So I think I'm gonna have to lighten it up a bunch there to kind of express the difference in distance, so that we see the this like canyon feeling really soft and blurred and like pushed back. But then once I start to detail like the greenery and what's happening here in the middle ground, it'll feel like it's so much closer, because even though, you know, this is a flat picture plane, the goal is to have this soft like canyon back here, and then the a sort of like a, you know, much closer to us, really only a good like 10 feet behind where the figures are, is going to be this grass. So that's the goal of what I'm going for. We'll see just how, if I can achieve it, because I don't have any like, I'm kind of trying to do this without like an actual reference photo of any kind, so I'm just like, it's kind of just like an imagined canyon at this point, but I think it'll get there. But thanks, Sturmagert. What holiday would you like to be removed? Kwanzaa, what the hell did they even make that for? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think all holidays are pretty chill, whatever. I wouldn't wish any holiday to be removed because it's fun to celebrate things. And if anything, there should be more holidays, if you ask me.
rod is like giving crap to a baby.
Oh gosh. Oh, I think I see what I need to do here. Wait, no, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Get in there. I drew SpongeBob on a massive piece of cardboard, bro. Hell yeah, brother. What is the darkest anime you saw that's not popular? Dark. You think it's not popular? Darkest anime I've seen that's not popular. I don't know. Paranoia Agent. Would you say that Paranoia Agent is popular? Have you ever heard of it? I think Paranoia Agent is probably the darkest anime that is not that popular that I've seen. Yeah, I would say like you talk about Paranoia Agent, most people haven't heard of it. Cause I always ask people that. I'm like, you ever seen Paranoia Agent? And most people are like, what? What's that? Yeah, Perfect Blue is pretty good. I think Perfect Blue is a little bit more popular than Paranoia Agent, but it is pretty intense. Sheesh. Dude, I'm always getting my snivels in this room, dude. I just cleaned it too. I don't know what it is. You're just allergic to greatness. No, I think it's dust. I dusted and like mopped this room earlier, so I guess I didn't do a good enough job. Well, really, Italia mostly did it, so I blame her. Just kidding. I kind of did some too. Shart. Talia better be dusting properly, true. Let's see. Oh no. Halloween or Friday the 13th? Oh, definitely Friday the 13th for me. Definitely. Well, Nightmare on Elm Street more than any of them, though. But Jason's just a much cooler character, in my opinion, than Mike Myers. Be the rocks. Be the mountain. Halloween? I think he was talking about the horror movies. But yeah, that works too. That is kind of facts, though. Bro, I'm pretty hungry too. But my bank account's like, sorry. Not yet, not till the end of the month. And I got pasta. I got tuna and pasta, so I'm good. Tuna, pasta, and green beans with a little bit of... I'll make something work. How much would you fix modern horror movies? Dude, modern horror movies are kind of a freaking like... God, I can't even... I loved It Follows. It Follows is great. That is a good modern horror movie. I liked Hereditary. I know a lot of people didn't like Hereditary, but I definitely don't know how I felt about Midsummer. I don't know. The Shining is great. No denying that. Get Out is very intense. Yeah, Get Out was good, honestly. I thought Get Out was good, especially if you're black. Like, bro, I think that movie just hits different. That movie like instills white guilt and also white fear at the same time. So if you're white, you watch it and you're like, ooh, yeah. But then if you're black, you watch it and you're like, ooh, yeah. It's great. I didn't like any of other Jordan Peele's movies really that much, honestly. Nope was like okay, but then towards the end, I was like, I don't know. It was alright. And then I never watched, what was that one called Them or something, where it's like the clone of the family or something? I never watched that one. That is true. I can always get down with like a good horror movie that's like just actually comedy. Oh, Us. Yeah, no, I never watched that one actually, so maybe it's good. Cocaine Bear. It's so funny they took Cocaine Bear. That's like based on a story that is nothing. Well, I mean, it's very loosely based on it. Like the bear ate cocaine and died. Like that was it. It never killed anyone. It never like I don't think anyone ever even saw it. Halloween Ends is definitely worse than Halloween Kills or whatever. LSD squirrel? What is that actually a thing? I can't tell if you're joking. Dude, Kills was like different because it just was like different than any other Halloween movie. But Ends was just kind of stupid because it was like, I won't give any spoilers away, but I thought it was pretty bad. They did Mike Myers a disservice. favorite Brandon Rogers line. Mine was the Calopa. Hmm. I love the there's only one thing worse than a what is it? There's only one thing worse than a child than a predator, and it's like holds up child predator, and he's like a child. I'm probably getting that wrong, but you might know the one I'm talking about. Trying to get into painting. Oh yeah? What advice do you have? Well, make sure to buy, if you're doing painting, I can only recommend oils because I'm an oil painter. Make sure to buy good oil paint. If you learn to paint with the cheap stuff, like the just random little tubes that you can get, like the bad stuff, basically. Anything here, I have an example set of like something bad, so you can see somewhere lying around. Like something like this, like a little gift set of tubes like this that just say gray or whatever on it. It's just, this is trash paint. What you want, if you want to start with something, if you want to start with like something that's good paint but also very cheap, I would recommend 1980 paint brand by Gamblin. That is the one. I'll use those to do my underlayers. It's cheap, but it's still good quality oil. And so the 1980s color, I would recommend getting that. And really just, there's lots of different YouTube videos that you can look into. It depends on how you want to paint. If you want to do something more realistic, it's just a lot of drawing from life. It's just a lot of like hours and hours and hours invested into something. But if you are doing oil paint, get the good kind. Then see now the main colors that I use like to finish things up are Old Holland. Old Holland is just like on the final surface or when you're painting something, it's the highest quality paint really that it's made by. There's certain like private paint makers like Eric Silver, Robert Doak, that their quality is arguably better just because it's all made by hand and it's like their personal custom. That's like their life as their paint makers. But this is all created. It's this Old Holland is the perfect. It's bound by Ralph Myers Artist Handbook, made in all of it's made in Netherlands, and it's made by a windmill, like crushed up and turned into paint by wind power. So that's pretty cool. It's been around since the 1600s. It's the stuff Van Gogh used. Another good one, which is a little bit cheaper, Rublev. Rublev is very high quality, like the pigments that they use, and it's bound properly as well. Then also Williamsburg. Williamsburg is a good brand. It's really just like you need to find the kinds of paints that are gonna work for you. But like those tiny tubes of Old Holland, like just one of those can be $100. So it's very expensive. But if you get one of these 1980 tubes like of oil paint, then that's like $8-9 for a series 1, which means that it's just like basic pigmentation like titanium or oxide or some sort of like lower quality like any ochre earth tones. Those will be cheaper. But then if you end up using a color like cadmium, make sure that it says cadmium. It doesn't say hue. If it says hue in it, it means it's not really using cadmium. Any paint that says hue, just throw away right now, because it's not. It's just pretending to be that color, and it won't mix with the same properties as that color should. And so if you start to use it while you're painting, you're just going to confuse yourself later on. Should you decide to start working with the actual color, you'll get confused because now you trained yourself with this fake color. It's not the same. Another huge misconception people have is they'll compare a tiny tube of oil paint, the same size oil paint, to watercolor or acrylic, but it is completely different. Just one tube of paint here across a canvas, I guarantee you I could paint like a mile long line. It goes so far with medium and Gamsol. This little tube, I could paint a line that is a mile long. With acrylic, you cannot. With watercolor, you cannot. Anything that's like it's water based, it's not going to go as far. So just a tiny little tube of paint can go a long way, especially if you're painting more thin. A lot of the times I'll paint much thicker, and so some of my more important colors I'll get larger. But yeah. What are your thoughts about homunculus? Well, I only know about homunculus from Full Metal Alchemist, so I don't really know too much. I don't have too many thoughts on them. What are your thoughts on them? What type of detail are you adding on that butt? Well, I'm just kind of going in and putting some medium tones that I'll later turn into like highlights as well. You know, it's just a long process of getting a pooling out. You know, the way that I think about it in like I'm creating reality. So like I have to like block in the colors, and I start dark and like blocky, and then I'll pull in lighter and lighter and lighter, and then like the brightest parts come last. So I'm just building it out. It's very loose. What percentage would you estimate you are into this painting? Sheesh. Probably about 20%. I'd say about 20% or so. Yeah, 20. Some like line. It just comes down to like, I know where everything is though now. Now it's just the work of going in and detailing stuff and kind of like, well, I'm still like kind of unsure how this is going to pan out. You know what's going on, like the whole middle ground and everything, and also I still need to, because I want this to kind of like be a canyon back here, like what's going on here. That's like I want it to read as sort of more of like a Grand Canyon situation, which it's not even really there yet. So it's just so much needs to be done to it. But I'm not really in any rush with this one. Dang, I sure love blue raspberry lemon. What is that? Dang, you plan to add a lot more detail? Yeah, just mostly detail and really like giving the piece like what it deserves, like seeing it to the fullest of its potential, but also like trying not to get caught up too much in things that aren't actually necessary. Yeah, we'll see. Should add a whale or some dolphins in the sea. Well, see, that's the thing. This isn't an ocean. This is meant to be like this is gonna become sort of like a Grand Canyon-esque thing, where like you see how these are the closer butts, like, and then it's gonna be descending. So this is more of a canyon, and then there's gonna be like a grassy knoll that looks down over into the canyon. But yeah, I haven't gotten to the point where I feel like you can understand, and like I don't think this reads really as a canyon very much yet. So it needs a couple more colors to lighten up, to soften up, and then I'm also gonna have some bushes and stuff coming through, so I don't want to detail too much into it, or it needs to be pushed back. It needs some atmospheric perspective going on in it that I don't think I've quite achieved, so I'm waiting for that. Raphael's full name was Rafael Sanzio de Arbino. That means he was born in the village of Arbino. Oh, well, so thank you for that fun fact. Shut up, Matisse. Thank you, Jamarcus. I'm hoping so. This whole area here could really just go down because it's not even existent. That does not exist. up, Tyler? We out here. It's getting there, bro. It's getting there. But, I mean, the painting's really only like 20% done at this point. Just because there's really so much, like, I want to make sure that the painting gets what it needs, you know? I know. I haven't even barely touched the figures yet. You know, like they might look like not so bad, just because I barely touched them. Like I need to go in and detail all of them, and then like the background here, like honestly, it looks like. It looks like an ocean right now. You know, I mean, I'm getting there, but like you see, my what I want is I'm trying to make it so like it feels like a sort of Grand Canyon, like Arizona-esque thing almost, where like you have these like butts that are coming out, and then in the distance, you know, you have these clouds, and then over here you have like this canyon that like is sort of I want there to be like atmospheric perspective where there's this canyon that I haven't really detailed it down. I started detailing the canyon today, so but I don't think it looks enough like a canyon in the distance yet, because I wanted to like kind of come from this being like the front of the canyon, and then from like here down here, you're looking into like the canyon like out here, and then you have like a grassy knoll where the characters are going to be sort of standing. So like you could theoretically, like if you're standing in the painting, kind of like jump off into the canyon there, and it's like, you know, 1,000 feet down, but that should only be 10 feet away from the figure. So the difficulty is trying to find a way to like have that register, so people will look at it and they'll be like, oh yeah, that's like a canyon back there, you know, and not like, oh, that's some weird blurry ocean thing, you know. So, but I want to make sure the piece gets the time and love it deserves. Thank you, bro. Shut up, Matisse. absolutely crazy. Meg Matisse eats some really gross from Hypebeast. Nah. Matisse he's getting too old. He needs to remain healthy. As much as possible. See ya. What up, Budgie? Well, we got about 28 minutes left on stream. It's been a chill Friday. Thanks to everyone who's still tuned in. Tell me in Amy Ferret. Dude, you remember that rat that you stole, Tyler? Mercutio? Tell me the story of Mercutio, bro. I want to know the story of Mercutio. I stole him from the store and put him in my pocket, then I kept him my own until Katie eventually. Oh, that's right. Did Dad find him or something? I can't remember. Like, what happened to him anyway? For some reason, I remember like Dad finding him, but I don't know if I just made that up in my head or what. Well, he would have died. He would have died if it wasn't for you. And a terrible death. Death by Python or whatever. Have you listened to composer Robert Schumann? A bit. Variations on a theme by Of course, dude. Classic Rubens. Well, you can kind of see where it's starting to turn into a canyon there. You see, like what I'm talking about? A bit. Penny, get in there. Alright, maybe not. Darn freaking light. Go. Ending the end of the day. Pangea, oh nice. The life of the monarch butterfly. Oh my gosh. Possibly the greatest composition to ever be composed ever. Well, got about another 10 minutes left on stream, and I'm pretty much where I think I can get to today on the piece where it's at. Gonna let it, the giant pencil, yes, I can't wait to actually detail that, to be honest. I don't like how close the camera is to little. Wait, you talking about these? What? To that little girl. Should I draw a little penis on him? I'm gonna put a cloth there. I'm gonna put a cloth there so you can tell. Hold on. There we go. Now it's totally fine. Just kidding. Yeah, there's gonna be a cloth that goes down like here-ish on him. I don't want any genitalia. My painting is free of genitalia. But I'm just not adding any of that until I get to the right place with it. It's like Goku, exactly. Whew. Show his penis. Well, any last words? Anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? Exciting weekend plans? Oh. No plans. Much love to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I gotta just keep working on that background so I can get the colors that I want for it, honestly. Baby Budgie? Oh, snap. What's the baby's name gonna be? Yeah, message me on Instagram, bruh. Any ideas for the baby's name? Dude, Matisse is the patroller of the house. Sure. Bro, Tyler, I'm getting gray hairs, dude. You got any gray hairs yet? Isn't that messed up? I mean, at least I still got hair, but still. I got terrible hat hair right now, but bro, I'm getting like gray hairs in my hair. I found like, doesn't that suck? I think I found like 8 or 9 so far. Turned 30 and bam, gray hairs. Yeah, Matisse is a good watchdog. I wouldn't choose him in a battle though.
Wouldn't choose you. Wouldn't choose you. Oh no. Hello. 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 Hello.
It's because I dieted so much? Really? Is that a thing? Yeah, I don't mind, honestly. As long as my hair doesn't all fall out, I don't care if it's gray. Right, Matisse? You're a good boy.
Say hello. Hello, buddy boy.
Matisse? Wait. Wait, what's that? What's that? Oh, wait, what's that? What's that? Oh, is that yours? I'm gonna grab it. Nah, he's too good boy. Too much of a good boy, aren't you, Matisse?
Oh yeah, you're a baby boy.
Well, thank you, y'all, for coming out, vibing, streaming, painting. 2.5 hours every weekday. So I'll be back 4:30 on Monday, and there is going to be I will be taking a camping trip at some point. I think so. There might be some things I can't, but I'll make sure to post it. He forgotten the ways, yes. So, thanks again, everybody. I'm signing off like 4 minutes early, but it's because I ran out of all the colors and I don't want to put more out on the palette since I'm not going to be painting for the weekend. It's all going to dry up and I just don't want it to go to waste.